Right now, there's a very real chance you're overpaying your property taxes by hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year. Not because you did anything wrong, but because of one quiet fact almost nobody tells you. The office that collects your property tax will not tell you that you qualify for a senior discount. They just keep cashing the full check. And study after study shows the same thing. Most homeowners over 65 qualify for property tax break, and most of them never apply for it. If you're 65 or older and you own your home, this could be the highest value 10 minutes you spend all year. Because I'm going to show you the 4 kinds of tax relief seniors can claim. The 4 myths that stop people from applying, including the big one about income that's just flat wrong, and exactly how to claim yours. Step by step. And here's the part that'll surprise you. In many places, you can even get money back for the years you already overpaid. Before we start, if you'd rather keep your money than hand the county extra, subscribe and turn on the bell. This is the practical stuff that puts real dollars back in your pocket. All right, let's start with why this happens. Here's the setup that's squeezing seniors. Home values have climbed to record highs, and when your home's assessed value goes up, your tax bill follows right along with it. Meanwhile, your Social Security raise this year was 2.8%, barely enough to cover groceries, let alone a tax bill that can jump 10 or 20%. That's how you get a whole class of what experts call house rich. Cash poor seniors, people who have owned their home for decades, built real equity, and are now being taxed out of it. And this is the key part. The state, county, or city that collects your property tax almost never reaches out to say, by the way, you turn 65, here's a discount. The burden is entirely on you to find it and file for it. That's exactly why so many eligible seniors miss out. But the savings are not small, depending on your state and program. Senior break commonly saves hundreds to a few $1,000s every year. Over a 20-year retirement, that can add up to tens of thousands of dollars that stay in your household instead of the county's. So let's make sure you're not leaving it on the table. First, know the 4 kinds of relief. There are 4 structures states use, and knowing them tells you exactly what to ask for. The first and most common is an exemption. This simply subtracts a chunk of your home's value, often somewhere from $10,000 to $75,000, before the tax is calculated. So you're taxed on less. In most places these stack. You claim the basic homestead exemption first, then add the senior exemption on top. The second is an assessment freeze. This locks your home's taxable value at its current level. So even as your neighborhood's values keep climbing, your assessment and often your bill stops rising. For a long-time owner in a hot market, freeze can be worth more than anything else on this list. The third is a tax deferral, which lets you postpone paying your property taxes entirely while you live in the home. The amount is repaid later, usually when the home is sold. It's a lifeline for a cash-strapped senior who wants to stay put. And the fourth is a credit or rebate, where the state simply sends you a check to offset the taxes you paid. Now, here's why people who qualify still don't apply. These are the 4 myths costing seniors real money. Myth number 1, and it's the biggest. My income is too high to qualify. Wrong. In so many cases. Some of the best programs have no income test at all in Texas. For example, the basic over 65 exemption doesn't look at your income one bit. Others have surprisingly high limits, and many programs don't even count your full Social Security as income. So do not disqualify yourself in your head. Check the actual rules. Myth number 2. I have a mortgage, so I can't. Also false. Your property tax is a separate obligation from your mortgage. If your taxes are paid through escrow, successful exemption simply lowers your monthly escrow payment. Myth number 3. It's automatic if I qualified. I'd already have it in most places. No, you usually have to apply at least once, and some income-based programs require you to refile every single year. And myth number 4. I missed the deadline, so I'm out of luck. Often not true. Many states let you file late or even retroactively. Texas lets you file the over 65 exemption up to 2 years after you turn 65. And in places like Cook County, Illinois, there's a process to recover exemptions you missed in past years and get an actual refund. That's money back for taxes you already overpaid. Let me show you how real these savings are. Let me make this concrete with a few states, so you can see this isn't small change. In Texas, a homeowner 65 or older gets a standard homestead exemption plus an additional over 65 exemption, together shielding $200,000 of value from school taxes, and on top of that, a ceiling that freezes the school tax portion of your bill so it can't rise as your home appreciates. One application, and it can even carry to a surviving spouse 55 or older. In New York, Enhanced Star can save qualifying seniors anywhere from roughly $1,500 to $3,500 a year. And as of 2026, localities can offer an additional senior exemption of up to 65% of your home's assessed value. In New Jersey, the senior freeze reimburses you for tax increases above your base year, and the new Stay NJ program can cover up to half your bill, as much as $6,500 a year. Pennsylvania sends eligible seniors a property tax rebate check, and Colorado exempts half the value of the first $200,000 of your home. Different names, different states, but the same lesson. This is serious money, and it's sitting there waiting for people who simply file. So here's exactly how to claim yours. Follow these steps and you will capture every dollar you're owed. Step 1. Find your programs. Search your county or state name plus senior property tax exemption, or just call your county assessor's office and ask, what property tax relief do you offer for homeowners over 65? And what's the deadline? Step 2. Claim your basic homestead exemption first if you haven't already. It's the foundation everything stacks on. Then add the senior exemption on top. Step 3. Gather your documents, a photo ID showing your age, your deed or proof of ownership, proof that it's your primary residence, and for income-based programs, your tax return or income records. Step 4. File with your county assessor before the deadline, and remember, deadlines vary a lot by state, so confirm yours. Step 5. And people forget this one. After it's approved, actually look at your next tax bill and confirm the exemption is showing up. Mistakes happen. And step 6. If you realize you qualified in past years but never filed, ask your assessor specifically about retroactive filing or a refund for prior years. That single question has put real money back in seniors' pockets. Before we wrap, let me save you from the mistakes that can accidentally cost you the exemption. A few well-meaning moves can quietly wipe out your exemption, so be careful. First, if you transfer your home into a trust, tell your assessor first. Some programs allow it, some don't, and doing it blindly can drop your exemption. Second, renting out part of your home can violate the primary residence rules that most exemptions require. Third, adding an adult child to your deed can, in some states, trigger a reassessment or disqualify your senior break. Talk to the assessor before you do it. And fourth, if your program requires annual renewal, missing that filing can silently end your savings. The safe habit is simple. Anytime your ownership, residency, or income situation changes, call your assessor and ask how it affects your exemption. 2 minutes on the phone protects hundreds or thousands of dollars a year. So here's your action plan. 1. Understand that no one is going to hand you this break, you have to claim it. 2. Learn the 4 types: exemption, freeze, deferral, and rebate. 3. Ignore the myths, especially the one about income, because most seniors qualify for something. 4. Call your county assessor this week. Ask what you qualify for and the deadline. And 5. Check whether you can recover money from past years you overpaid. The single most valuable thing you can do today takes one phone call, your county assessor's office, and one question. What property tax relief do I qualify for as a homeowner over 65? That call could be worth thousands.